Okay, so it's day 2 of your Boss Babe challenge, and the challenge today is to sell some product. And so let's start off talking about how are we going to sell this product. So number 1, you can do a mascara challenge. You can do I'll leave some ideas and stuff in the comments, so or along with this video, so you can it can kind of help you. So any kind of challenge out there that you can send to family and friends. Also, if you have current customers, you could do reorders. You want to check up on your customers to make sure, like, when they empty a product, you don't want them to go buy a product at Walmart. You want them to come back to you. So make sure that you're doing your reorders. You could put something out on your Facebook group. So it's so many ways to get reorders. Also, another way to sell product is that you can set up today. You can go Facebook Live and show products on your Facebook group. You could book a facial today with one person and do it virtually, or just do something virtual with someone and just be like, I just want to show you these products. I get you may not be able to like give her unless you go drop it off today. You could go drop off some samples today, and then y'all gonna do a facial later, whatever it may be. You can run in people who work. You can say, hey, what you doing on your lunch hour today? I'd love to get with you just for like a 30-minute facial real quick. There's so many ways that you can make this happen and make your sales happen. I also want to talk about money management today, since we are selling products. And so again, if you go look on the Limitless on actually this Facebook page, underneath announcements, there will be some papers in there that you can print out to help you with your money management. First of all, your weekly accomplishment sheets that you submit every Sunday helps you with money management. It helps you see what's coming in, what you're ordering wholesale, what you're giving away, like all that kind of stuff helps. I don't just do the weekly accomplishment sheets for fun. I do it for fun, but I also do to help. I also remind you so that it can help you out in your business too. Okay, the other thing is that, of course, we want inventory. A lot of people want inventory. Mary Kay Ash always said you can't sell from an empty wagon. So you want to make sure that I know my customers, the reason why my reorders are so good and I have so many sales is because they know that I have this on the shelf. So if you're working to put product on your shelf, I totally get it. Okay, but once you get the product amount that you want on your shelf, that you can supply your customers that you have, if they need something, you're going to have it on your shelf, so you're able to give it to them that day or the next day. Once you get there, it's really time, because I know some people want to just kind of build their inventory up, and I get that, because you wouldn't walk into a donut shop and say like, hey, I want a donut, and they're like, oh, we don't have donuts today, but we'll have them in a week. You wanted the donut today. And so I get building your inventory up. But once you get it to where you want it, it's, the money management is huge, because you're in Mary Kay to create money flow, right? You're in Mary Kay for a side hustle, to bring some extra cash to you. And so I encourage that you track yourself. I encourage that also too, you can do one or two ways. You can do the 50-50, where you buy products for, we buy it at half off, or you can do it this way. It's a 60-40 split. And the 60-40 is where, so let's say what you're going to do is you're going to, with the 60%, you're going to buy back the product that you sold. But the 10% is for things like samples or receipts or all the little extras that you need for your business. And then you take a 40% profit. So you can either take a 50% profit, or you can do the 40. That way, when you're selling product, it's also helping to buy all these other things. Again, we do have sheets. This is in your new consultant email. This is also on our Limitless group, where you can find it. It's called the 60-40 split. Also, too, while we're talking about this, I want to talk about time management. And I want to talk about our weekly plan sheets, okay? So in Mary Kay, when I joined, guys, I was busy. I didn't have like an hour on my calendar, okay? So to fit Mary Kay in was very overwhelming to me. To fit Mary Kay in was like, how am I going to do this? And how I did it was through a weekly plan sheet. So what I and just to let you know what was going on, if you don't know this, we were building a house, moving to a house, selling a house. My husband worked in Alaska. My kids were 14 and 17. I was working a full-time job, and my kids Monday through Saturday had activities going on. My mom actually didn't live here, so I didn't really have a babysitter. She lived in Galveston. So when I tell you my life was busy, my life was busy. I wasn't just making it up, and so many things came into play, like so many. I don't even remember what it was, but so many things that happen a day, this happens and that happens, but it never stopped me. It never stopped me in my track because of my weekly plan sheet. And so what I would do is I would write, when do the kids have stuff? When am I working? When do I have to do this or that? And so I had that plan sheet, and where there was a space, because I can guarantee you there are some spaces. I think sometimes you just don't know that because we're on social media all the time, but there are spaces where you can work your Mary Kay business. And I would put a space here and a space there, and it let me know. And I went by this sheet. Like, I was diligent about this sheet, and I would say, like, show it to my family. If my husband was home, he wasn't home a lot at that time because he worked in Alaska. So I would show it to my family and say, this is what I got going on this week. This is what I'm doing my Mary Kay business. And I did it. Even if like a party canceled, or even if like a facial canceled or something, I still worked my Mary Kay business. I would get like more bookings in that time or whatever. And maybe it wouldn't take the whole 2 hours for the party or whatever, but I made sure to work from that plan sheet constantly. If a party canceled, usually my number one goal was to create a sale because I was going to have a sale at that party. So I would do a sale with my customers, do a challenge, and then of course get more bookings. And that's what I would do when things canceled. So I wouldn't just write it off. I made sure to go by the weekly plan sheet. And I believe that that weekly plan sheet is why I was able to earn a car and why I was able to be a sales director today, because it kept me, and know this, that for those months that I still worked at my job and did Mary Kay, what was going on into my head was that if I do this diligently, if I do this consistently, and with the determination to constantly do this weekly plan sheet and work my business, was it convenient, the weekly plan sheet? No, because I had to go off of this. And, if someone asked me to go like eat lunch, I'd be like, no, I can't go eat lunch. I got to do this, But in the long run, it freed up to where I was able to leave a full-time job. So it freed up all of that, where today I'd still be in the same, I call it a rat race of, but having that time management, having that money management helps me to get to where I am today. So sell your product to accomplish day 2, but also get in the habit, print a weekly accomplishment sheet. You can even fill it out if you don't want to, you want to put it online and submit it to me for your prizes, but you can even fill it out so your family even sees like, oh, you sold this much product this week, and so they can realize why you're doing this weekly plan sheet. And so I encourage you to print out the weekly plan sheet, print 4 out for July so that you can monitor every week, and you can let your family see what you're doing as well. I know you can do this. I know you got this. Keep going, and I'll see you on day 3.